Hello and welcome to Crag Dunes. We got Congreve versus Sith playing a ranked game here on Forge Alliance Forever. It's a very recent game. Let's see how it works out. Cybran on cybran. Should be very nice. Looks like first line from Sith. Looks like first two line with 6 pigeons, no mask extractors. Couple Tech 2 Rex. Looks like second land for Congreve as well, except he's going with 5 pigeons. It's extremely similar. Actually, looks like the ACU is going to pick up a couple mask extractors. You can see the engineer coming out, getting some wrecks right away. Looks like Sith going first, 3 land. The ACU is going to stay put at the base for a little while. And of course, on this map, many different choke points, different ways to cut it up, and very spread out mask extractors. And that early mass boost early allows some dead Elshoas. Really allows players to get large armies very quickly. Of course, where you put the ACU is going to be critical. One of my favorite maps. I'm really glad that it's back on the ranked ladder. C5, actually total of 6. Looks like an engineer made some PGens as well. And a lone power generator spam now for Congreve, so going for a lot of power. Makes sense that there's a lot of free mass. Go a lot heavier on power on this one. Looks like the ACU is going to move out. Most likely go down to the bottom choke point. Congreve's ACU is still not clear where he's going to go. He's going to have a total of 8. Actually, no, he's got 2 engineers and a power spam. Still no error from either player. Actually, I don't think either player actually shot at the opponent to go and pass the midpoint. Now we might see the first move. A reluctant Mantis here from Congreve, thinking about moving in. There are a couple Manti here as well for Sith. Engineers together with these armies, trying to take over the mask extractors. Couple mask extractors at the back door, and actually point defense planned eventually from this engineer for Sith, but it's going to take a very long time. First battle, first kills, very similar numbers for Manti versus 3. And an engineer here as well, perhaps a little slightly better. Micro Congreve could have had a little more success. He just sort of ran away, and now you got troops coming in for assistance. There goes the Artie. Congreve is going to save his units. The ACU for Sith moving in. The ACU for Congreve is on the other side, picking up a couple of mass chunks. He's going to move through. This engineer is going to die. It's a very similar strategy so far from either player. We see 6 land factory going up for Sith. We see a 6 land factory going up for Congreve as well, and 2 engineers and a power spam. One difference is the Hydra for Sith. That's really the only difference I can see from far away. Otherwise, their positioning slightly quicker from Congreve. The middle, nobody's really stepped in there at all. Also, Sith picked up these mask extractors on the way. Got to look at point defense going up for Congreve. This is going to be very important. Point defense going up for Sith. This is pretty ridiculous. This is like playing a chess game and doing the exact same move as your opponent. Except this is real time, and you have no idea what the other moves are that your opponent's making, but you're just sort of guessing. And they've guessed exactly the same way. And actually, Congreve is going to attempt to capture this point defense, which is shooting his ACU. This is the point where you really want to self-destruct it. And this is a great move there from Congreve, getting the point defense directly in Sith's base. Meanwhile, the point defense, 11 kills for Congreve, not allowing Sith to move through. So defensively, you got to see Congreve got a big advantage. 16 kills. His point defense now with 4 kills. But Congreve could get himself in trouble. He's in the middle of a whole bunch of red units. Now with 19 kills, he's got to retreat. Meanwhile, we see the artillery for Sith take out the point defense. We see another one has just been completed. So it'll take a little while for Sith to break through. Meanwhile, Congreve at 44 kills. Kind of playing with fire here. There's a lot of build capacity. The middle split up exactly the same. 2 mask extractors to each player. There is a slight advantage in mask extractors here for Sith. Otherwise, very, very similar. Sith 27 kills. A lot of power from both players, but all this power is a little more exposed. So Congreve, if he kills off this power, he can get a nice advantage. Although Hydra is still working. Somewhat of an attack, perhaps, from Congreve, just sort of throwing his units away. And actually, Sith all alone here with 30 kills, no more troops in support. He's sending all of his troops out. Congreve, who's got 39, out 40, about 1,000 health, has plenty of units in support. This is so much more power here for congreve. He's got to really use that. Surprised that Hydra's still not completed, but he can go air very easily. He must have huge excess. You can see that's just ridiculous. Plus 400 excess. That was an overcharge there. Plus 25. He's reclaimed 5800. While Sith really barely plus 340 and really doesn't have too much excess. So air would be a difficult thing for him to do, although he has enough to maybe do an upgrade on the ACU if he wanted to. Congreve 58 kills. Really, there's another point defense here. But this power should just be wiped out, and we've seen that's a plus 100 power, and looking at Sith Eco, that would really damage him. That would really slow him down. These are completely undefended, so Congreve just sort of rushing into the factories, which do have quite a bit of health, take quite a bit of time to kill. Sith thinking about another attack. He's moving up. This point defense will have problems. More point defense is going up for Congreve, and still no air here. Minute 10, 77 kills for Congreve. He just needs to send all these units around here to the Hydra. All this power. The Hydra is exposed. The power generator is exposed. There's nothing here, and the game is over. But Congreve really stubborn. He really wants to kill all the factories. And that's probably because he does not have air. He doesn't really have the recon. But still, a couple of units down on the bottom. Sith, meanwhile, building some factories. He needs to get some units to his ACU. And Congreve just a long stream of units directly to his ACU. 90 kills now. More point defense is going up. And maybe finally we'll see this. The power is going to start disappearing. We don't see any power to build. Actually, two Tech 2 mask structures for Sith. That's pretty ridiculous. And a bit of a counterattack now from Congreve. He's built up a nice set of units. And he's going to get a lot of reclaim. Here in middle 11, the reclaim 8,000. But you can see the power problems already. Those could be made so much worse. Congreve plus 600. This is plus 7,000. So in terms of reclaim, very similar from both players, but huge excess power for Congreve. We got to see airplanes here. We got finally see an air factory, or perhaps Congreve can get a quick upgrade. Although this is a pretty formidable force, you got to respect. Sith 49 kills, getting attacked a little bit. Congreve retreating to a safer location. Has engineers here making even more power. So very much strange things happening in terms of power in this game. 57 kills for Sith. He's getting a bit of he doesn't want to lose those two Tech 2 mask structures. That's a lot of his eco invested, and that should give him a huge advantage if this game stays this way. His Tech 2 mask structure is very nice. He just needs to fix his power problems. He's got a couple more engineers making power, so that really easy win that Congreve could have had is probably no longer work with all that extra power. Really inexcusable, but sometimes we make mistakes like that. Because he was so close to just running everything over, but so much build capacity allows Sith to make a lot of units very quickly, so you really got to take advantage when you have it. Sith 57 kills, still this point defense, no kills, and it's really been the kind of the fear factor here. Sith not moving to it, but he can definitely go around. We are seeing gestures from Congreve. We're also seeing air factory with gestures from Sith. So both players going straight to gestures because they haven't seen air from a player the entire game. Point defense, 9 kills for Congreve. Congreve getting an upgrade. One good thing about the Manti, they can assist to the ACU. 5 Manti equals 1 engineer. So 10 Manti build as quickly as an ACU. Looks like that point defense has been taken out by Sith. There is one more left, and he's moving in with his ACU with 80 kills. And this is a very nice force here from Sith. Looks like Congreve is going to have the Tech 2 perhaps. No, he's got the gun and shield. Oh, the gun and stealth. That's going to be a very good ACU. Sith still no upgrades. We got to see if those gestures ever do anything. We've seen a pretty nice gesture force. More power and more factories for Sith. And finally a bit of raiding around the side for Sith, trying to get to the Hydra. Jesters moving out. Very similar Jester numbers, about 5 each between these two players. So you can see what congreve is thinking. He's going to try to get Sith to lose a bit of health, and he's going to move in with the Jesters. He's still trying to keep him out. But in terms of forces here, congreve is much smaller force, but with the gun he might as well attack. It looks like Sith is going to attack him. 127 kills. Up on top, full health, 94 kills. Here come the Jesters. You should see a response, some gunship on gunship action. Sith retreating. Well, that was a full health AC. It's very difficult to kill that. And you can see the gunships can actually shoot each other. And the gunship war is going to be won by Sith. That's going to be quite bad for congreve. He's just lost air. You can see his ACU. He just won a battle, 155 kills. But here come the Jesters after protecting the ACU. They will kill congreve to win the game here, minute 18. A really nice cybran on cybran actions. For the most part, Tech 1. Actually, Tech 1 all around. A couple perhaps mistakes. Well, a very close game. You really can't call these mistakes. But hopefully people enjoy this one.